one of those outsiders that Kurog brought to our land. I heard you've done some amazing feats, but I'd rather you didn't linger in my stronghold. Sorry, but I have problems of my own right now. As long as my forge wife is miserable, I can't deal with anything else. I wonder, does King Kurog have a solution for volatile family disputes? I'd definitely listen to him speak on that topic. If you're brave enough, talk to Lasgal and do whatever she asks. If you can finally get her to stop yelling at me, I'll go and listen to whatever Kurog wants to say.
Fool girl! She'll get herself killed! Children. Never have them! The king insisted on a Morkel daughter for his forge wife. But then he decided to pass over my eldest. Now Ashika wants to prove him a fool for marrying her little sister. Malekith alone knows why Ashika ran off. Wounded pride sent her to Morkel descent, no doubt. Idiot! The girl will end up as Ogre Dun or a spider hatchery. Running off to Morkel descent is why Ashika's still unwed! Finding glory in old relics instead of at the king's side? He'd have chosen her if she wasn't so headstrong. Ugh. Go on, ask! Old clan legend says it's full of relics. Every few years, a new crop of idiots runs off there to get killed. You want to know what's in there? Ogres and spiders the size of ogres. I can tell you how long it takes steel to melt. You want old stories? Go ask a poet. Ashika thinks she's steel in a world full of iron. For all the king blusters, she'd challenge him at every turn. Her little sister is content to just run a forge. Easy choice. Also, I punched his mother. Now, it was years ago. Alga said the breastplate I made her son was adequate. Questioned my skill with a word from a Daggerfall parlor. Pah! Didn't help that Ashika's first dagger had Alga's tooth forged into the hilt. Worth it, though.
Hey, deep pockets. Spare a coin?
Who are you? It doesn't matter, the Hand of Morkel is mine. Once I find it, which is harder than I thought. That's why you're here, isn't it? What? Why? My what? Does she even listen to me? She never listens. Honor of the clan, I say. You'll find someone soon, she says. All right. She sent you here to help? Good. Help me find Morkelden. The long-lost home of Morkel clan. The old poems say it was buried in ice and stone-marked thrice. See the statues? Morkel's stonework and very old. Morkelden has to be nearby, but well, maybe you can find the way in. The old poems of Morkelden's founding mention a heroic trio who rebuffed Winter's grasp and found haven beneath. Maybe they saved the clan from a tunnel collapse. Oh, there's some writing at the base of the statues. Couldn't make sense of it. Buried in ice and stone-marked thrice, the statues must reveal the way inside. I think there's an order to lighting the braziers, but I can't get it to work. These statues must lead the way to Morkelden. Why? I can do far more for my clan than join a scabbard collection. And now, any chief who seeks the royal forge wife's eldest sister might as well draw steel on the king in his own bar. Far as I'm concerned, Kurog did me a favor. Orc kings die young. Who knows how much longer this one will last. But if the king is going to rebuild Orsinium, I want every clan in Hrothgar to bow to Morkel's skill. I don't think that's too much to ask. Our clan's ancestral forge hammer, the beating heart beneath the ice. I'll see the king rebuild Orsinium with a Morkel relic. Wouldn't mind showing my sister her place, either. My little sister married the king. She's his royal forge wife, and it's gone to her head. I'm hoping I can pound it down to size with our clan's long-lost forge hammer. Not literally, although... No, never mind. Rumbling. Do you feel it? That's it! The Hand of Morkel. It's in some sort of... What is that, a display? It's nestled in there tight. Of course we can't just take it. The hand of Morkel is held in something called the... I think it said Heart Forge? Also, endless breath and untold rage lets purest heart release the hand. Poets. We need to rekindle the forge. Endless breath has to mean bellows, and untold rage is... a furnace? Strange way to say it. I'm missing something. Can you look around for a bellows and some kind of blast furnace? Morkel clan prefers simple solutions that last. Look for switches or some kind of mechanism. We'll see what happens when you set things in motion. Oh, and stay alert. My ancestors wouldn't leave this place completely unguarded. You did it! Now for purest heart. The old clan word for heart also means blood. Purest blood. Morkel blood? My father is Morkel's chief. My blood must work. Just a quick slash of the knife. Look! It's opening! Like a hand. Opening. Oh. Oh no. The hand of Morkel isn't our forge hammer. It's the cage around it. And if my clan's old word for heart also means blood, then this wasn't our heart forge. It was our... My mother says we're the best smiths in Hrothgar because we put heart in the steel. Whose heart? Whose blood? Morkel clan hasn't had enemies since the days of Morkelden. Did we feed our rivals to that thing? You're right. The old poems aren't about honor we lost when we left Morkelden. It's honor gained for burying our greatest shame beneath a mountain of ice. And a warning to stay away from the hand of Morkel, which... well, we couldn't have known. Not without blood magic. But I can't just leave it here. It's our heritage. I'll bring it back to the stronghold, but what then? What do I tell my clan? You're right. You forge a better blade by studying your past mistakes. I can't keep this from my clan. Perhaps there's a better way to use this place. An honorable way. Morkelden doesn't require the blood of our enemies. That's just how it was misused. Maybe the blood of frostbite spiders is enough. Blood, ichor, whatever. I heard a rumbling when you rekindled the forge. Maybe another way out. Anything to avoid those ogres. Look! A door hidden by the ice. Is that... sunlight? This is close to ORSINIUM. Useful if we ever need to return to the blood, the Heart Forge. Meet me at Morkel's stronghold?
Where is he? There's late, and then there's this. Did you happen to see a tattooed Breton on your way here? Stupid hat, droopy mustache, carries a mage staff he doesn't know how to use, answers to Hamelin Serpy. I hired an assistant to retrieve some ingredients from the wilderness, but he's late. Very late. I won't let his absence ruin my chances to restore the good name of Orc cuisine. The King's Hearthwife is holding a competition to celebrate Orc culture. Without my assistant, I can't finish my classic Orc recipes. Unless you'd care to make some coin. If you're interested, I can get you a list of ingredients. I'll need some raspberries and a skin of ice stream water. There should be some nearby, but watch for the wildlife. Of course. Rathberries are like sharper tasting snowberries. If you chew a mouthful, they stain your teeth the color of blood. A great intimidation tactic before battle. Or a wedding. If it's a good wedding. Normally, I'd say water is water. But I want to mix these crushed rathberries with water from the same source that nurtured them. Did I overcook the meat? Just should have taken it off the fire sooner. Wonderful. Now, to brew them for the competition, I call it my cup of wrath. I still have a glass from an earlier batch. You're welcome to try it. Here you are. So, what do you think? And please, be honest. If it's not ready for competition, there's still time to perfect it. I could ease back on the raspberries in the next batch. Oh! Echater milk will cut through the burning sensation. If that doesn't work, place some charcoal under your tongue for 10 minutes. But you'll lose some of the flavor. Wonderful! It should stand out in the competition. Still no sign of my assistant. Want to make some more coin? I prefer to work with people who finish the job. A drink won't win the cultural competition. I need to present a full course of traditional Orc cuisine. Care to scour the land for ingredients that fight back? The next dish calls for harpy bile, some harpy brains, and sedge grass to tie it all together. Of course, I call it tundra hay, because the Echater always nibble on it. You'll want to find a patch near the open water. Those are more naturally salty. With enough sedge grass, you weave a pocket for the harpy viscera. The flavor bakes right in. Try not to get any on your boots. You'll attract Durzog. That's why I'm sending you after Rothgar harpies. 1,000 generations of inbreeding long since removed any glimmer of intelligence from their minds. The ones here are really giant birds. Delicious, tasty birds.
Wait! I'm here! Well, hold on!
Hamelin Serpy, you're late.
But... chased by a giant. I think she wanted to mate.
Well, now your job won't interfere with your personal life. You're fired.
But... I understand.
too salty. One handful of salt next time. More than enough to serve brain pockets at the competition. I do believe I perfected the recipe with my earlier batch. Would you care for a taste? They're especially crisp. Here you go. Pull it apart with your hands and scoop out the... yes, like that. So, how is it? You're not supposed to eat the sedge grass. It draws out the harpy bile from the brain mash. Give it a few moments. I had a similar experience in the kitchen. I'm glad to hear it. I hope the King's Hearthwife has a similar experience. I have a drink and an appetizer, but I need a few more dishes before I'm ready to enter the competition. The main course requires more planning. For now, I need a dessert. The ingredients are closer this time. It'll be a walk through an ogre-infested park. You'll want to look for Echater moss, preferably untouched by any Echater. It's the subtle glue which will hold the ogre heart and intestines together. There's no actual glue. It's just an expression. Of course. It thrives in freezing temperatures, which is why it's confused for a weed. It's actually quite healthy to eat for Echater and people alike. Try to get the stuff before the Echaters do. The taste of their drool would not add to the dish. There's an ogre outcast who's said to eat nuts, berries, and vegetables, never meat. It's like the opposite of a Valenwood Bosmer. Think how tender his organs must be. Of course. I know, I had the same idea, but I asked a priest of Malakath who assured me ogre innards were commonly found in ancient orc dishes. Does this mean the Daedric Prince of Vengeance favors pies? I forgot to ask the priest. That's what I thought. So, I hunted down a cultist of Nuvarande. After a series of beatings, he confirmed the Lady of Decay would strike him with 5 kinds of pox if he offered up a slice of ventricle pie. 2 Daedric princes agree. Not cannibalism.
Did Orzorga say brain pocket? Is that what she's cooking?
Don't worry, it isn't elf brains. They're far sweeter.
interesting taste, but nobody will eat a dish that smells like old greaves. Perfect! Ventricle pie requires the freshest ingredients. Ogre hearts don't exactly keep unless you bake them quickly. I have one last slice from my previous attempt. You're welcome to it. Here you go. Have a slice. Large bites, as the chiefs of old would do. So, how did it turn out? It must be a reaction to the ogre intestines. I assure you I cleaned them thoroughly before... No! It's the Eschater moss. I should have broiled before baking. Try running your tongue across your teeth, back and forth, as fast as you can. They say it's a real tusk cleaner. It should round out the meal nicely. Thanks to your efforts, I have ingredients for everything but the main course. We've come this far. If it's no trouble, I'd like you to procure what I need. I need something to draw the attention of the cultural competition judges. Something spectacular. That's why I want to cook a stew inside a bear's head. You with me? The glacial tomato features in this dish, so bring me a bundle. Also, some tundra truffles and a decent amount of Durzog lichen. As for the bear head, I want you to take it from Gnarlfang's shoulders. Bastard ain't my shipment of coffee beans. Of course. It's just a tomato. We call them glacial because the cold soil gives them a richer flavor. There's a small patch near ORSINIUM. The farmer and I are on good terms, so grab what you need. Tundra truffles are delicacies fit for a chief. Look near the old aqueduct, in areas without snow. Durzog lichen is spread around when Durzog migrate. It's where they were, not where they are. The seeds catch in their paws or something. Location, really. Also, snow truffles have a very distinct flavor. While delicious, they would overpower the dish. On its own, the tundra truffle is far more subtle, but it is perfect for bringing other tastes to the forefront. Say what you want about tradition. I think orcs first turned a bear head into food because it looks amazing. All the rest is hot smoke up the flue. The preferred meal of Baloth Bloodtusk himself, if you believe the Orsinium vendors, which you shouldn't.
There's nothing out here but snow and more snow. I should have remained at the campfire.
I need to remember never to volunteer for anything ever again.
Malakath, I pray your words.
I can do this. I can do this. I can't do this. I can't do this.
Frozen Durzog liver pairs surprisingly well with mead. Ha! Coffee shipped all the way from Valen Harbor and he eats the whole bag off the cart? He'll make a fine smoked bear's head stew. One of his cousins just came off the fire if you'd care for a sample. Dig in. The lichen is key to the broth. You may notice the tomato base draws out the subtler taste of the truffles. It's better you swallowed the tooth whole than tried to chew it. Though, you might pay for it later. I was worried about the presentation. Removing all the teeth makes the stew bowl look sickly. Very true. You know, you're the best assistant I've ever had. Far better than Hamelin Serpy. though there's really no comparison.
You are Zorga, master of Orc cuisine?
Master? Yes, that's me. And you are?
Barazal, hearthwife to the king.
Welcome to my kitchen. Can I get you something? Perhaps some candied chubloon, fresh from the oven.
No, I have business in Orsinium. Yet I expect you to join me there shortly. I want you to cook the feast that will honor my husband. Can you do this for the king of the orcs?
Buy food.
Is that your ally, Ashaka? Quiet! Ashaka speaks on a matter concerning the clan.
Morkel clan, our search is over. Today, we are whole once more. No longer shall we live in our ancestors' shadow. There is power in our blood, and at last, we reclaim it. Behold, the hand of Morkel! And beneath the mountains, the great forge of Morkelden is rekindled! It is a new era for Morkel. A new era for orcs.
Prepare yourselves, my clan. Soon we march to Orsinium. We shall build it anew.
The news of the Blood Forge brings strife, but I will not allow us to look away. It is not in our nature. Now, I name you Bloodkin to Morkel clan. Last thing I'll do before heading to Orsinium. The king needs a clan who can work its great forge. And it will keep our clan away from Morkelden until I find a better way to use the Blood Forge.
Kurog's outsider. I'm not sure what you did exactly, but you somehow restored peace to my family, and thereby helped my clan. You have my thanks. Sure, why not? I'll go to this moot and listen to what Kurog has to say. It's the least I can do after you helped us with our family problem. Perhaps I'll see you in Orsinium, outsider.